Hello everyone and welcome back to the Traumatised Pineapple Podcast. I'm Adam, find me on Twitter at @AdamIsTalking_.
And I'm Sam from LCA Productions. We're on Twitter at ProductionsLCA.
And I'm Taylor from Traumatised Pasta Podcast, because I am eating a bowl of pasta as this recording is happening, and you'll find me as Incudoodle on Adam's recommended tab.
Yeah, we're pressed for time, so Taylor's eating lunch.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's better to do this on like a full stomach rather than an empty one.
Yeah. Excuse the sniffing because I'm ill.
Oh. Am I going to be ill after this, Sam? Oh.
I have an icebreaker for today.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Sam's handling the icebreaker again, I think.
Where's the tab gone?
Because I forgot to find something, and Sam's more organised than I am, so...
It's not the best, but it's a Wikipedia page.
Okay, so we're going for a citation needed. If you want to just remember the rules, Sam in front of Sam is a Wikipedia article, and me and Taylor don't know what it is. Sam will tell us the name, and me and Taylor will try and guess facts on it.
Here we go.
Hopefully you've never heard of this. A company called Function Drinks.
Oh, okay. Is it a drinks company, by any chance?
Do they function?
Yeah. The funny thing is about, I say the funny thing. The founder, Alex Hughes, what was his current or previous job? I mean, it's something completely unrelated to Function Drinks or drinks.
Was he a carpenter?
No.
Did he work in a factory?
No.
So, judging by the way you said that, I'm closer.
No, well, it wasn't. It's not a factory. No, not at all.
Well.
Did he just work in an office?
No.
No, I was going to
Jobs. Construction worker.
No.
Soldier?
No.
Police?
No.
Judging by the sirens outside, I'm guessing that's you got that. That's where you got that from.
It actually wasn't, I had that.
No.
Chef.
No, that would be kind of related, but this is completely unrelated.
Pirate?
No.
Based on the last one.
We did a pirate last time.
Tech salesman.
No.
Ugh, come on.
Do you give up?
Well,
Bank robber.
No.
a banker.
Creative banker.
Yeah.
He used to be a spine surgeon.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that was...
Spine surgeon Dr. Alex Hughes founded Function Drinks. It's a functional beverage company.
Oh, so the drinks are like spinal fluid flavoured.
Apparently. So
Gross.
functional platforms, apparently. There's some different... so all the drinks are called Function, followed by the name. I've got a list. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 5.
Right.
12,345.
I don't know
Wow.
how many there are. But
So
there are
what?
5.
So are they like... Are they like
Energy
health drinks type things?
No,
or-
I think they're energy drinks.
Oh.
Okay, energy.
Are they?
Most
Do they
of
have
them.
like odd
Although
flavours?
They're different. They're different.
Are they?
There's
They
different
have
ones.
like odd flavours or?
They do odd things. Okay, here's an example. Function alternative energy, and this functionality is for sustained released energy. Typically lasts 1 to 2 hours. Flavor citrus yuzu, replacing tangerine yuzu, and strawberry guava.
Guava.
Key ingredients. I'm not going to read that out, but that's one of the drinks. Okay, and there's another one that's called Function Brainiac. Now, can you guess what the functionality of that is?
Increased brain activity.
Yeah, its functionality is
Oh,
literally to improve brain
Mystery
function.
biscuit. No.
Is this by any... Sam, is there by any chance a section on this page labelled something along the lines of controversy? Because this sounds like it definitely doesn't work.
These are real.
No, is
things.
there-
What is that real
Has
drink?
this company done something bad?
It's developed a strong following in the Hollywood community, with
Oh,
fans
yeah, we know.
ranging from. Who do you think might have bought this? Maybe some popular people in Hollywood, singers, and a few actors.
Taylor Swift. And
I think maybe
John
A bit
Travolta.
older.
Will Smith.
Was in like no.
What do you mean a bit older? Than John Travolta?
Was in from quite a few years ago.
Samuel L. Jackson. If you're
No.
going with no.
I don't know if I
Ed
can
Sheeran.
narrow it down.
That was this year.
Okay,
Last
so
year.
some of the people that bought this drink: Madonna,
Okay.
Oh, right.
Shakira, Tobey Maguire, Lauren Conrad,
It's pizza
Keanu
time.
Reeves, and Keely Slater.
Right.
Okay.
And also celebrity trainer Tracy Anderson and pro snowboarder Jake Blauvett.
To be honest, I wouldn't have got any of those.
Okay.
No, I was
Those are kind of
honestly
obscure.
expecting like
A-list celebrities.
A-list,
yeah.
or like, you know,
Well,
on
they're just
like
some
Schwarzenegger.
advocates apparently. Right, can you guess what the lightweight drink, Function Lightweight, can you guess what that does?
Weight loss.
I can't
Practically, yeah. Functionality boosts metabolism.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not that
so
difficult to guess.
Curbs cures cravings for sugar and other carbohydrates.
Cool.
Oh, that doesn't sound safe.
No. Okay, what about Urban Detox?
Does it
Keep it like just makes you want to stay inside.
No.
improve like kidney functions?
No.
Does it just
No.
like flush out all of the toxins and then it just got the word urban
A
in
bit
it?
more specific.
Oh. Like all the pollution.
It's one of the things it does.
Oh. Like, yeah, clears all the
What's
pollution.
another urban thing that kind of happens that you would want to get a drink to clear up afterwards?
Is it for hangovers?
Function, recovery from hangovers, clears particulate pollution from lungs and sinuses.
It's a hangover cure.
Wow.
And then can you guess what function water is?
It's just a bottle of
Oh,
water.
no,
Electrolyte enhanced vapor distilled water.
Oh, so it's the same bullshit as smart water.
Right.
So that's this drinks company founded by the
Or
spine
diamond
surgeon.
water. Have you heard of the diamond water? It's like it's water that's been trickled over diamonds and they sell it for like really expensive.
Why did I save this? This isn't much of a citation needed.
What?
It's a page on potato waffle.
It's a waffle made out of potato.
Potato waffles.
Mystery
potato-based savoury
biscuits.
food.
Oh.
Like lettuce shape. Where are they?
I
Okay.
don't think we can use that.
There are two countries that Wikipedia says they're very common, or two areas that Wikipedia says are really common.
Germany and the USA.
No.
Neither of them.
No.
UK. Is UK one?
UK.
Well,
UK's
come
one of
on.
them. Canada?
No.
Mexico.
No.
Brazil.
No. Think closer to home.
France.
No. Even closer.
Germany. Oh no. Cornwall. That's in England.
Is it the Rep of Ireland?
Is it what?
Ireland.
Republic of Ireland.
It's just Ireland.
So yeah.
So yeah, Republic
So
of
potato
Ireland.
waffles are a
UK.
potato-based savoury food in waffle-like lattice shape. They're common in the United Kingdom
To be
and
honest,
Ireland.
we should have got Ireland if
Oh.
it's got the word potato in it.
So they're also available in some other countries, including
Canada.
The USA and
No.
Germany.
no,
France.
no. Think a lot further from home.
Mars.
Almost opposite side of the planet.
Mercury.
Venus.
No, opposite side of this planet.
Oh.
Moon.
Australia.
Yeah.
You said
So
that
relative to us then. Because he said Venus and he said opposite side of the planet. So I was like, okay, hang on. So Mercury.
Well then.
Who introduced them in 1981? Potato waffles.
Birdseye.
Yes.
Oh, right.
The leading brand is Birdseye.
I really don't like Birdseye fish fingers.
That's all the pages I have.
So
of
they
potato
just taste a bit
waffles.
processed, don't they? Processed, yeah.
Still don't
A bit
know
too
why I have
obviously.
that, but-
Sainsbury's do good fish fingers.
Sponsored by Sainsbury's.
Okay, the
We
last
don't have
one.
any sponsors. We're not cool enough. It's sad. We're very
One
disappointed.
day.
This is a song recorded by American hip hop band called K Swag District.
Oh,
Cali
wow.
Swag District. Have you heard of that?
No,
They sound like a
I'd say-
K-pop band though.
no.
It's American
Presumably,
hip-hop.
it's,
Oh,
presumably if it's Cali Swag District, it's California based.
Oh right, yeah.
And it's called Teach Me How to Doogie.
Oh, Dougie, right, yeah. We've heard of that one.
I don't. Have you heard?
Yeah,
of
big
this one?
Dougie then if it's DOU.
Yes, silly boy.
It's produced by Runaway Star for produced by Runaway Star for Cali Swag District's debut studio album, The Kickback.
Oh, this
Why
sounds
do I-
like really pain. Can I guess early 2000s? When it was brought out.
I agree.
2003.
I'll go
It
2001.
was released
Even earlier.
digitally
Oh,
in 2010.
Oh,
That
wow.
is way later than I was expecting from Cali Swag District. That sounds like a sort of crap hip hop band that would be around like S Club 7 type.
And Runaway Star.
Runaway
So
Star.
the genre is pop rap and dance rap, and there is an explicit version and an edited
Uh-oh.
version apparently.
Okay.
Okay, why did I?
Why did you say that?
I don't know. I'm trying to find.
I was expecting the song to go
Okay,
along
right,
the
here
lines
we
of
go.
"It's gonna be me."
Okay,
Ooh.
where do you think it came in the Billboard Hot 100 in
13th.
2010? No, a bit lower.
30th.
Bit higher, lower
25th.
even.
Oh, 20. Oh, 40.
Wait, am I going
Wait,
up and down
top
a number
40,
or up
did
and
you
down
say?
the place?
Are you okay, Sam?
Top 100.
Oh, 100th.
No, it's higher.
Obviously, Sam. Can't be lower than 100 if it's the top 100, Sam. Come on.
60 something.
Lower. Lower than 30. But higher than 20.
25th.
35th.
Bit higher.
No, that doesn't
I
work.
think, yeah.
Well done. Well done. I'm clever.
Oh, just give it to us, Sam.
28th.
Oh, okay.
That
we were
sounds
gonna,
like
we were gonna
proper-
get there eventually. It was
That
just
sounds like
Where
approximately
did it
100
come
places higher than
in
it
the
deserves.
Billboard's Hot R&B / hip hop songs in 2010.
Number 1.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Nice.
Where did it come in the 2010 hot rap songs from
Third.
Billboard? Yes.
Oh, that was a good guess.
Okay, and where was it in the
I just know these
end of the
things.
year charts? The Billboard Top 100 at the end of the year. It decreased from 28 all the way down to
43rd.
lower
78.
or higher, even like higher in terms of
Lower. The answer would be lower.
Lower in terms of place.
78.
Yeah.
lower,
Why are we going such 80th?
lower,
90th.
100th.
lower.
Was it right 100? Yeah.
It was a little bit lower than 100.
99th.
98th.
Okay.
Okay, so it decreased
I'm still giving
from
myself points for
the
that.
28th to the 98th. And what type of certification did it get from the United States?
What songs get certificates?
Yeah, like
Was it a
gold,
parental
diamond,
guidance
stuff like
one?
that.
Or?
No, it's like gold.
Oh, sales.
Oh,
like
gold,
platinum.
diamond, stuff like that.
Was it? No.
It got 2 platinums.
Oh, goodness.
Double platinum.
Bloody hell.
Okay, I think
We can't listen to the song, but go look it up because I want to know if it's awful.
Yeah.
I'm going to presume it's awful, but copyright.
Okay.
this song features a metronomic and cowbell bolstered beat.
That was not where I was expecting that sentence to go.
Cowbell bolstered. Put that on a t-shirt.
Is this rap folk?
Hold on a second. Bragging about the doogie dance. So the K-Swag district trades their verses tag team style, bragging about the doogie dance and the special treatment it earns them from women.
Right.
Oh, this sounds like fundamentally dreadful.
I don't really know. I think that's everything I have about this song.
Thank you.
Oh wait, hold on.
I need to look something up though, because I know you know I've always heard of on top of them talking about the Kids Bop albums.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I saw an advert for the latest one while watching TV with my brother, and it had Castle on a Hill. I want to know what they've done to the second verse.
What's on the second verse?
The second verse, including talking about smoking,
Oh, okay.
throwing up because they're so drunk. What will they have? I know they'll have changed.
Hanging
the
out
lyrics.
and having a nice time with their buddies. That's what's going to
I need to
replace it
listen
with.
to it.
What is this on?
Kids Bop.
They basically sterilised versions of
Yeah.
popular songs.
Oh, that's weird. Well, they normally make non-explicit versions. Well, that's all the icebreaker.
Well, yeah,
I have.
they replace lyrics like explicit or like lyrics that have
Not
like
quite child friendly.
themes. They'll like replace it with different words. And it's
So
the biggest amount of cringe.
the theme of this video.
Well, speaking
of cringe.
No, I was going to say, so speaking of things that aren't child friendly,
Oh right, yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, here we
It's
go.
not child friendly.
Not
Agreed.
anymore. Not anymore anyway.
It never was.
Not according to advertisers.
I wanted to talk about YouTube today because,
It's not going very well.
yeah, everyone's annoyed at
That's
everyone.
all. Yeah.
And it all
As per
boils down, as per usual, it's the fault of Vine.
Oh,
Vine.
I blame the Vine refugees for a lot of things on YouTube.
well then you should blame Twitter because they're the one that shut it down.
That's true.
Well, there's 700 different
Although Vine 2 is coming up, so hopefully they'll just
700
all...
different compilations like named best vines ever or
Oh.
vines that keep me from ending
I watched
at all. and
I
stuff
watched
like
one, and my recommended page, like on the home page, is
that.
just
It
filled
fills
with
up.
them.
Mhm.
I'm like, please stop.
You watch one video and then just suddenly it's everywhere, and you're like, no, please, I just wanted to watch one.
But of course, YouTube's been getting some attention recently
Oh yeah.
because of a certain man with 2 first names.
Yeah.
Taylor Hardison.
No.
Harbison's not a first name.
No.
If it is, I'm very sorry to the person who
Michael
has that.
Bublé.
Do you know what a first name is, Sam?
Is it PewDiePie?
That's
No.
his last name. Poo.
We obviously know who you're
For
talking
once,
about.
no.
It's Jake Paul and Logan Paul. They both have two first names.
It's the Logan Paul incident.
Yeah. That happened, like, the 1st of Jan?
New Year's Eve, I think the video was uploaded. For this, one person who hasn't picked up on what's gone on, which I presume none of you need this explaining, but Logan Paul, who is a YouTuber, I put that in inverted commas because I've expressed my distaste for people like him before, who had the remarkable idea of, while on a trip to Japan, to film a video inside Aokigahara, which is...
If you don't speak Japanese, is there?
literal translation is the Sea of Trees,
Oh,
and is more commonly known as the Suicide Forest.
Yes.
And he filmed a video inside it.
Well, okay, yeah, he found a dead body there.
And
I mean,
of
what do you
course,
expect in the suicide forest?
Yes,
Well, yeah,
and there are signs everywhere
exactly.
saying that might happen. And
There's
his
not gonna be
first
people having
thought
tea
was,
parties.
Let's film that thing. Well, let's film that poor like
Yeah.
person in a really dark
and
place.
Is the video taken off of YouTube now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, he took
kind
it down.
of. He took it down eventually before YouTube had the chance. But I think
No, he
YouTube
didn't.
would have taken it down eventually.
No, it wasn't. It was on trending.
Yeah, YouTube at some after the backlash, YouTube would have taken it down eventually, but yeah, he took it down.
No, I don't think they would have. Logan Paul's YouTube's little golden boy.
By this point, they would have.
Here's
taken
an
it
interesting
down.
question: if it was someone with only like 5 subscribers that loaded the
Oh,
video,
it would get
do you think-
demonetized immediately.
Demonetized, but would it get taken down? Do you think?
Well, if it's got "We found a dead body in the suicide forest" in the title, it'll automatically get like demonetized.
You say that, but there are some videos on YouTube that like are unsuitable that still stick around. Loads of videos that you can watch that don't have age restrictions. Loads of videos.
Because the system doesn't work at all.
No.
No, it's like a sieve with massive holes cut out of it.
Well, essentially,
It's more like a colander than a sieve.
Well, essentially, what it's like is getting a 10-year-old to do it. Again, I talked about this before. I can't remember if it was on here or on other stuff, but it runs off neural network and it hasn't learned enough to be accurate yet.
I feel like if they wanted to
That's what they do. They have like a group of 10-year-olds that just pick which video should go up or not. That's what happens when you're processing the video.
That's
it's actually
terrible.
going through a 10-year-old sitting there and he watches the video and is like,
That would be
no,
hilarious.
you should upload that one.
That would
You're
be
like,
funny.
okay.
Oh man.
But it's true. The idea of a neural network is that it learns in the way a human does through trial and error. And that's great when you're doing experiments on it. Google have some really interesting research and sort of tests that they've come out of their deep brain thing, like with AIs that have with AI CG models teaching themselves to walk and stuff like that.
But if people's livelihoods, if people's like lives and jobs depend on that AI, people can't really afford for that to have that error part of trial and error.
That's where YouTube has slipped up. The problem with the algorithm right now is it isn't smart enough to pick it out. Tom Scott did an amazing video on it last year sometime.
I think I might have seen that, not watched it, but saw it.
But the problem is for using it for something like YouTube to curate, search and stuff like that, it needs to be able to understand context.
Right.
It needs to be able to understand that, for example, if something has the word sex in the title, I don't like using this example because I'm me, but YouTube would naturally flag that up for being pornographic. It's not necessarily because there's a lot of sex ed stuff on YouTube that's very important.
Yeah.
What the algorithm and the neural network can't do right now is because it's not actually human, is it can't differentiate. It can't
watch the video for itself, can it?
It can't yet.
Exactly, yeah.
At some point, I think it will be able to. At some point, they will get advanced, but that could still be years away. And that's the issue here.
Yeah.
Is that YouTube can't... It's not good enough to differentiate yet, which means it doesn't work.
No.
It means you get... sex ed content getting flags up and demonetized. It means you get LGBT content for the same reason, because it doesn't know, and the best option is, well, let's go on the safe side and let's block everything. But that's not functional, because that just annoys people.
I feel like Logan Paul might be in this, we're going to use an example, might be on the whitelist. I feel like that might be a case.
You've said about like this before.
That might be a case because, and I think while we were talking about it, when we talked about it, someone brought up the fact that
is there
it's a theory. It's a theory, but it's kind of like he was in YouTube.
It's a theory, but we all know it's true.
He had the most time in YouTube Rewind 2017, so it's obvious that YouTube
clearly have a soft
value
spot
him
for him. Presumably, since they've finally sort of disowned PewDiePie.
Yeah, no, exactly. But when we had the conversation about it, someone brought up the fact that this YouTuber Pyrocynical uploaded an unlisted video of cute animals and put LGBTQ in the title, and that got demonetized and flagged immediately as soon as it uploaded. But we found a dead body in a suicide forest with it in the thumbnail.
Yeah,
and it got on trending.
So yeah, and it is known that there are exceptions to YouTube's rules. I know that there was a big deal being made out of I think it was videos on Jimmy Kimmel's show's channel being able to advertise. That turned out to be slightly different, actually.
Yeah.
I think thinking about it now, I think the explanation for that was the ads on that were YouTube's ads. They were the network's ads.
Yeah, exactly.
Same ad, but YouTube was still able
because it's a TV show. The TV shows will want to advertise on it anyway. So and now it's on YouTube, so I'll just do that as well.
But it's the same. It's the advertisers from the show, but
right, yeah.
but that sort of made it obvious that there are channels that are, and YouTube admitted that there are channels that are exempt from that. I don't think, for someone who does seem to bring them in a lot of money, I don't think it's out of the question that Logan Paul is probably on that list.
Yeah. Well, changing the subject but staying to YouTube.
Right. Sorry.
YouTube Red. When did that come in? That was recent, wasn't it?
That was a couple of years back. I don't.
Yeah.
How many people do you think use YouTube Red, buy actual things?
Oh, loads of people.
Oh yeah, it's actually done quite well. And I think I saw Hank Green talking about it. I think essentially what it's got to the point where actually, because of the amount of people who are subscribing to it, it has actually now become effective.
Yeah.
When it first started, people were annoyed because it wasn't working, and because they weren't, the amount of people that were there. Yeah, okay. In November 2016, this is a couple of years ago, according to multiple sources, not the situation. YouTube Red had 1.5 million paying customers as of late. So that's quite out of date.
I think they integrated it quite well because if a YouTube video pops up that you need to on YouTube and it has a price next to it, rather than you have to go to a separate thing on YouTube Red to buy it or something.
I think when it was first announced, I know a lot of people were quite upset because it's like
you don't have to pay too much.
No, here's the thing: like if you've had something for free so long, it's gonna suck to be able to have to pay for it. But now, like if you look at it, it's actually really good. I mean, the shows that come with it are. Like some of them are okay.
To be fair, I think the originals were always sort of the after. As far as how they were getting people subscribed, the originals were never what they were pushing off. They were pushing off ad-free viewing and offline play.
Which I think is good. And it just directly supports people where in the time where advertisers are pulling out because Logan Paul, PewDiePie, everything like that, it just supports them, which I find quite handy.
I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, but there are a few.
There's a thing called AdBlock. No, I'm kidding. Don't use AdBlock.
I have AdBlock. I do use AdBlock, but I don't use it on YouTube. No, I always have. The websites I actively want to support, I will always whitelist.
I've used. I've seen one thing that I want to watch that's been on YouTube Red, and I've been annoyed because I have to pay for it. And I want to watch that, which is Vsauce's.
Oh, the Minefield.
Oh, Minefield, yeah.
But I think that's literally it. Apart from when I search up. I don't normally search up for films on YouTube because there's Netflix, Amazon Prime, just our general TV.
Yeah, and those illegal sites that no one should visit.
Yes.
I know. I mean, there's genuinely not enough to warrant it. I don't find ads annoying. I don't have enough
mid-roll ads.
I really haven't.
I find mid-roll ads slightly.
Even then, I don't.
If it's in a convenient place, like if it's in a break, then it's okay. But if it's mid-sentence, you've got to watch this 30-second ad, and now you don't know where the sentence is going.
I only subscribe to a couple of channels that use them. They're never too big. I know Trek Yards have used them in the past.
On my iPad, I watch videos that I've got I look at the scroll at the bottom. And there's loads of these yellow spots. None of them play.
That's interesting.
I don't know whether it's because I'm using YouTube on the internet. Maybe it doesn't work, but I don't know if I've ever had them play on YouTube on the internet on my computer either.
That is weird.
If anyone that works at YouTube is watching this, please don't fix it.
If it's someone that I really enjoy, I'll watch all these mid-rolls just for you because I support your stuff. But it's
I've never had an issue with watching through ads. It doesn't affect.
I like the 5-second ones. Those are my favourite.
I rarely ever get non-skippable ads at the start of the people I watch. I rarely ever get non-skippable ones at the start of the videos.
I occasionally do. But
there was this advert that was 3 hours that was non-skippable, so people had to. That was a big thing.
I remember Trafford once told me that he was trying to watch a video on his phone and it had a skippable ad, but for some reason he couldn't click the button. And whenever he refreshed it, there was still an ad there. And every time he went off and tried to come back, it was still there. He just could not watch
Broken
the video.
Broken YouTube.
He had to sit through the entire ad.
Man.
Some of the ads that are on YouTube, I don't mind. There used to be a few funny ones for something. I can't remember what it was, but sometimes there are for some interesting ones that I want to watch, but rarely.
I know Hive did some good ones. They got a guy with the guitar and had done some fun songs.
No, but that's the thing though. It's like once you've seen it once, you don't want to see it again, do you?
Yeah, no. Sometimes I watch it once and then I just skip it from then on. But
yeah,
the funny thing is, like with the videos that try and catch your attention before the thing goes out. They're like, before you skip this ad,
that's never
works. It doesn't work. No.
Yeah, maybe on like old grands that are like,
yeah.
What?
What's this YouTube?
Don't skip the ad.
Okay.
Okie dokie then.
What do you have to say, young man?
But yeah.
That was creepy.
I mean, like we're talking about this thing like we make money off it.
Yeah, I can't.
Our channel don't.
I'm not too far off. The boundary is 10,000 views. I'm just past 9,000, so I'm actually not too far away.
We're only 1,000, I think. I don't know if we've reached 2,000 yet. But I don't think we're gonna make money off YouTube. LC Productions.
I don't really care about making money.
No.
YouTube, especially, is for me in sort of the last year, has very much shifted. Anyway, I have YouTube for me is. I don't know at this point what I'm doing with my YouTube channel.
Especially this PMS.
I will have by the time this goes out. So this is one of those weird time things. Right now, we're recording this in January, halfway through January, where I'm on a hiatus.
Yeah.
That I was explaining in the end of PMS, because I did have a bit of a creative breakdown a couple of weeks ago. And I'm trying to work out on refocusing, as I say every year, before I keep making the same old crap.
The thing with our channel is we purposefully gave it no focus. We didn't name it with the name Minecraft or gaming or anything like that in the title, and we haven't stuck because we want to be able to do we want to have an endless range of stuff that we will do. Like I would like us to do all the series we've got planned at the moment, and then go on to do like various amounts of crazy stuff. But the thing is, I like everything to be extremely organised, so I don't want to just make one-off videos of how to do this and how to do that and look at this and stuff like that. Everything for me has to be in a playlist, it has to be in a series, even if it's just a tiny series of 5 episodes. So that's why we came up with GG Session, because there were loads of games I wanted to play, and I couldn't make a series for every single game I wanted to play. So I figured we'd do a series where we just get the games that we like for about an hour, which is enough time to get through most tutorials and maybe start playing the game, or enough time to finish some games, and enough time to just get a general gist of the game if it's one of those, it's like a game that repeats itself, if you know what I mean. But yeah, our channel doesn't really have a focus. At the moment it's very based on gaming, but we want to go away from that, do some IRL stuff, and we've got loads of plans.
I think that's good. I think that works. I think I need to try and unfocus my channel a bit.
Sure.
Genuinely, I think what I could do with doing is, what I'm thinking of doing is more shifting my YouTube to a platform in its own right.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And so that's to be where...
Like for a train.
Alright, here we go.
For it to be where I put things, essentially. Yeah. Like, I'm not necessarily making YouTube stuff. I'm making stuff. And that's where I'm going to put it.
Yeah.
Which I think will fit in, because I want to... And I will still do sort of the talky bits, but actually the sitting down and talking, I don't enjoy as much anymore.
Right.
I'm realising this literally as I'm speaking. So I feel like maybe that's what I need to be doing. I'm shifting what was PMS around a lot this year to be more sort of intricate, more sort of a little bit artsy, more... I've got a whole series of writing videos that I'm planning out, and I think that's what I want my YouTube to be.
Right, yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people will shift to be honest. Because, much as I hate to say it, YouTube as a way to do career, I think is dying.
Well, that's the thing, because it's like it can happen, and it has happened to people.
You have to get.
But it's such a small chance, because the platform is becoming so saturated. I guarantee that there's like so many channels already, like Adam's, already like Sam's, already like mine. So I think the way, so like the more time goes on, the less of a chance that it happens, because there's more people that join every day. I feel like the way to the surefire way to do things is just to upload regularly. If someone stumbles across it and see that you upload regularly, they'll go, "Oh, subscribe so I can keep on getting content from this person."
Yeah. Well,
which is difficult.
People have been talking. I found I want to say it might have been We the Unicorns that wrote an article, but essentially there's been a lot of talk about bringing back old YouTube. And I actually agree with a lot of what they're saying.
Yeah, with the customized backgrounds.
No, not as the website, as the culture.
Yeah.
I think the problem problem that has opened us to stuff like what's happened with Logan Paul is that the focus of the creators has shifted. I don't blame YouTube for everything that's happened.
No.
I think they should take more responsibility than they do. They released a statement about the Logan Paul thing that was basically not our fault.
Yeah,
but
it was so unpersonal.
And it kind of is from the point of view of, yes, like, they did put it on trending. They clearly have got some kind of whitelist.
Do YouTube actually put the videos on trending, or does it...
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not based on views, is it?
Can't be based on views.
Because I've seen before certain videos that are like further down the list have more views than the ones that are above.
I don't know, actually. I don't know if it's based on an algorithm.
It's just like frequency of people clicking on it or something.
Because most of the videos on trending, there's like... Someone's probably got a pie chart out there, but you could easily make a pie chart that's like... shows how much of them are music videos, because normally most of them are music videos. How many are just some random vlog from some random vlogger that's got loads of views.
Yeah.
How many of them are like trailers for films or things. And what's another popular one? There's occasionally there's a gaming video that's gone quite crazy, or some sort of thing that's like a vlog, like that In a Nutshell channel.
Yeah,
I
just did some quick research here. It is algorithm based.
Okay.
So actually, to be fair, people who were annoyed at Logan Paul may have shot themselves in the foot in that way. If it's algorithm based, then the floods of people coming in, tracking down the video that, oh, look what he's done, may have actually been what pushed it on the trending in the first place.
That's one of the biggest traffic sources, I reckon, on YouTube for videos is, oh, look at this funny video I found, or oh, look at this weird video, oh, look at this bad video. Like, that's what makes things like a video of a cat on a keyboard go from no subscribers to 1 million.
Well, I just found a Quora article that's talking about it, and it says trending considers many signals, including but not limited to view count, which for Logan Paul was high already. Then the rate of growth in views. Where views are coming from, including outside of YouTube, and the age of the video. So, YouTube should have taken more. I'm not saying YouTube weren't responsible for that. As far as the trending thing, a lot of people's reaction to their statement has been, but you put it on trending. It's not quite that simple.
They didn't, the algorithm.
Yeah.
The algorithm, which we've established doesn't work, and we've established that the algorithm should have flagged up his video as well, but...
Yeah.
I think I can't remember if I've said this to you guys. I've said this to myself a lot and to other people in conversation. I think part of the issue, is people treat YouTube like a person. I think that would help if people stopped anthropomorphizing YouTube.
Yeah. Do they?
It's not like iRobot.
A lot of the people who get angry at YouTube are like, YouTube did this. Like, no, YouTube's a website. And
YouTube's like a robot, basically.
At first, at its primary point as well, it's a business. And that's how we need to treat it. That's why
you got to play safe.
And be angry. And if nothing else, if we're going to be angry based on that. Don't be angry based on YouTube are clearly homophobic because they demonetize LGBTQ plus content, and YouTube won't fix their crappy algorithm. YouTube
is an algorithm.
YouTube have made mistakes.
Yeah.
But that doesn't.
Maybe they're just...
YouTube doesn't have a motivation. YouTube has one single motivation, and that is to make money. Again, it's a business.
Yeah.
Even a company like Google, who can be quite forward-looking, it still exists to make money as its primary motive.
Exactly.
Who does anyone own YouTube, or is it just
it's Google.
It's owned by Google. Well,
I thought so.
Which Google is owned by.
I don't know how the structure. I can't remember if YouTube is under Google or under Alphabet, because they did a weird restructuring.
Yeah.
A couple of years back, Google did a big restructuring where before Google was the main company.
Yeah.
And Google owned loads of other companies. They owned companies like Nest. A few years ago, they restructured, so you have Alphabet, and Alphabet owned Google, and Nest, and X, which was Google X, which is now a separate company in its own right, and it's...
This is strange. This is really weird.
I think they just recently
sort of complicated as like who owns Galaxy and Nestle and all that stuff.
Mars. Nestle are a company, Galaxy are owned by Mars.
Who owns...
Galaxy are owned by Mars?
Galaxy's owned by
Mars.
Mars.
In the
right.
like... in the like solar system kind of way, it should be the other way around, really. Galaxy should own Mars.
Yeah. Milky Way should really own Mars.
Yeah, and the galaxy should own Milky Way. No, wait, Milky Way is the galaxy.
Oh, that's complicated now.
They need to. Sorry, this is a. I was just gonna one thing. They need to like mix their chocolate bars together and do the Milky Way galaxy. Anyway, carry on.
I'm not going to idea of us doing this as a genuine experiment of just getting a galaxy and a Milky Way and just melting it down.
Yeah.
Someone needs to try it. You should do a desynced cooking video about it.
The desynced cooking video.
Okay.
Desynced audio cooking.
My last. I can't remember because I was trying to do these series on my YouTube channel. Like
31 Days to Adulthood.
That wasn't the last one. That one was it?
No, it wasn't the last bit. That was when.
Oh no, it was Vlogsember.
Oh, Vlogsember.
Because I haven't finished a single series. Like 30. Was it like 30 Days Till Adulthood? Haven't finished. Vlogsember didn't finish. Evader didn't finish.
I feel I finished one series like that.
But Vlogsember I didn't finish because I filmed myself cooking some stuff, but all the audio desynced because my phone was having a bit of a fit.
Oops.
So and I was like, I can't edit this because I was having to like restructure the sound and the visuals, and so I just kind of just like dumped all the video onto one timeline.
Desynced
and then
as in
uploaded
one of them
it.
had a faster rate, or desynced as in it was just like one of them started after the other one.
The first one.
Yeah, that's really hard to fix.
And but every single clip.
Audio sequence.
So it was like.
Anyway, like.
So I just kind of dumped it all into one timeline, uploaded it, and it was like half an hour long. And it's just so painful to watch.
I'm dreading the fact that now I've got an external microphone for my videos. That it would be great for as far as they're concerned because I'll have decent audio.
Yeah.
But I have to sync it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Well,
also,
as long as you.
But then you get to do that cool like
that's true. I get to clap.
you
As
can
long
do the
as they're
Dodie
both
thing.
recording at the same rate, and you do some sort of mark,
Well-
then it should be quite easy.
I don't think audio and video have like a frames per second thing. As long as you just clap a bunch of times.
Well, it's because
That works.
It's easy to do sort of top end. Like it's easy to do in Premiere. So easy to do in Premiere.
Yeah.
Less easy in Movie Maker.
So
I
Vegas
use
is
hit film.
This won't run hit film. So basically, if I'm editing, if I'm at home or if I'm here, then
In
I'm
the
editing with this computer and I'm stuck with Movie Maker.
right.
If I'm at university home, then I have access to the Macs there and I will use Premiere. But actually, once I'm going to be switching back to hit film in May anyway.
I do like hit film.
Well, because I get to get a new computer in May.
Oh, sick.
Because I get a bursary.
Nice.
So I'm gonna blow off the laptop.
Just a really fast laptop.
Yes, well, yeah.
In the office, I use a computer rather than a laptop because my laptop is so old and so slow.
Like, I just need I need something I can carry, and that's why I'm blowing the whole ground on a computer.
It should be very difficult.
Because I need a small computer, but also that's powerful, and that means
alright.
you spend about £1,000
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to end up with a Surface laptop, I think.
Yeah. Those are good.
Which I really like. I'm keeping an eye out for other things.
We need to go back to you talking about the theme, YouTube.
No, yeah, we're still technically talking about you.
Well, yeah, for talking about YouTube and videos and desyncs and stuff. Before I didn't know how to use, how to change the frame rate and stuff of videos and hit film. I learnt a few months ago how to do it because Christopher used to send me his footage and he recorded in a different frames per
I
second.
don't think you change frames per second in a video editor. It's mostly to do with the device you're using, surely.
No, you can. You see, when you import a video into hit film, it takes what it thinks is the frame rate of the video and imports it as that. But usually it's out by like 0.5 or something. And,
is it defaulting to American frame rates?
Maybe.
and then it's just like goes completely out of sync. So like I would upload a video that's 29 frames per second, but it would import it as 29.5. Then it would go completely out of sync, the audio and stuff, and I'd end up with the video finishing before the audio does. And
I've had that. I think I've had
really
that
annoying.
problem at times. I didn't
Well,
realize
now I
that's what
know
was
that when
doing.
you import it, you can actually select to change it to just
Oh, it's
29.
going to import settings.
And you see Christopher's when Christopher used to send me footage for like Sam's Day Off, he would because of the recording software and frame rate and stuff, I would import it and I'd have to use. But Windows Live Movie Maker doesn't do that. Windows Live Movie Maker does it okay. So I'd have to use Windows Live Movie Maker to edit his videos because I couldn't deal with the audio desync until I figured out how to fix it.
To be fair, Sam, from that point of view, you could have always just imported it into Movie Maker and then exported it again.
Could have.
Or like, what does Chris...
Do you know how slow Movie Maker is? You have to wait for like half an hour to import the videos and then export them again.
Yeah, because it pairs everything.
What application/device does Chris use to record?
Now he uses Fraps, but he used to use something else. I think that was a problem.
Because it
still records
in Fraps. I know you can. I think actually, I don't know. You can
problem,
change the frame rate that you record in.
Yeah, I don't know what the.
So if there's like a common one, if you record at 30, and then you tell him to change the setting so he records at 30, and then you import both the videos at 30. That should just solve it.
It also depends on the game as well, because some games have a frame rate that can be locked at 60, some can only be locked at 30, etc, etc.
Yeah, but if you record it at 30...
But yeah, I always export my videos to 1080p and then upload them to YouTube, and YouTube always gives me the thing, if you export your videos differently, they will load faster. I'm like,
I don't care.
Yeah, I get that.
Do them like this. And that YouTube stability thing that comes up sometimes.
I presume what YouTube likes is AVIs, but...
Right, but there's a huge...
But AVI files are gigantic.
I think it prefers 720 rather than 1080 as well.
It probably,
there's people that upload in 4K. It just depends on the internet.
I think the format is why it brings up that message. So I export an MP4 and I get that message every time.
What ratio do you use though?
16:9.
Yeah.
No, I mean like what? Do you use 720 or 1080?
1080.
Yeah, I always export in 1080.
I think it's just. I think the message might just come up if it's
taking
a while to upload.
It's about compressed and uncompressed.
I think it's just your upload. I thought it was just about your upload speed. It just detects that it's taken a while, so just so it'll give you like a message just in case you want it faster.
But occasionally I get them on certain games and things, certain videos. I get that we detected some instability in your video. Would you like us to fix it?
No,
I clicked it once. Watched the video. It was like. I was like, what is this? So I was like, no.
It does digital stabilization, which is essentially...
I guess it might be helpful for like...
the zooming and panning.
It'll probably be helpful for the...
I mean, it works, just the border of the...
the non-smart people that film stuff in portrait and upload it to YouTube.
I've occasionally... I used to use it. Occasionally it turns out alright.
If you crop the...
Occasionally it doesn't.
If your editing software uses it, has it, then you could probably crop the footage. It will just always film things wide, and then if you want to stabilize it, you can then crop it so that you don't see the shaky borders.
Actually,
and then
has anyone tried? Excuse me. Have any of you tried that new YouTube Studio beta thing?
No.
Is that just the basic Creator Studio thing?
I don't know what it is, but it's like...
It's good for mistakes. If you make a mistake in editing without realising, upload it, and then you can just fix it.
Because YouTube's built-in editing thing is not the best.
Yeah, that's why it's just for mistakes.
Is that what YouTube Studio is?
Yeah.
Or is that something
no, I think if you're thinking of what I think you're thinking of, I use
the one that just comes under Create when you go into the Creator Studio. You go to the Create tab, and you can like edit videos, but it's like there's not much you can do.
Right. Is that I'm currently running off a beta on Firefox. I'm running off a beta version of YouTube for a redesign of the Creator Studio.
Yeah.
Which does less but looks nice, so I don't mind using it.
Yeah.
I don't use it that much anyway. Most Creator Studio stuff is on my phone.
Right.
I
really do like the YouTube Creator Studio app.
I got an interesting YouTube app on my phone. I can't remember what it's called. But
YouTube Kids.
But it's like it lets you change the title of the videos and thumbnails and stuff. That's it.
That's YouTube Creator Studio.
YouTube Studio, yeah, that's it.
So I'm the unprofessional one that doesn't have it. Okay.
But no, the only
me
thing
and
I use
Sam upload regular video.
It's
the
difficult.
only thing I use that for is when see Christopher and Anonymous. They're both continuity checkers for our videos. Yeah. That's what I call it. It has a fancy name I came up with.
Yeah, come on.
Where they check when we upload videos, they check that the title's spelt right and the title matches the video.
Yeah, I could have done one of those.
Because and then they message me and say, Sam, you made a spelling mistake in the description of the title, or Sam, that's the wrong video. But if for spelling mistakes, I can if I'm out, I can just get my phone out, get YouTube Studio out, and just change the name, fix the spelling mistake, and I'll be like, right, it should be fixed now.
Oh,
so
YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, Anonymous doesn't actually do that much continuity checking because he's busy with exams and stuff. But Christopher usually usually watches most of the videos.
We have spent about 10 minutes off topic.
No, this is all about YouTube.
Yeah, it is, but no. But as for what I was trying,
we're trying to talk about like the issues about it.
Well, what I started talking about was old YouTube, old versus new YouTube, wasn't I?
Because old YouTube just
it was a better community. No, it was a better community.
Old YouTube was sort of the veteran YouTubers. It's the people. But what was nice about
the Sky does Minecraft and Ant Venom and all them people play Minecraft. That's old YouTube.
Well, that is. I would probably consider people like.
I think just
more World of Minecraft
personalities.
So he's not. Sky is not making. He's deleted all of his gaming videos.
Oh wow, deleted them.
Yeah, he does. My sister watches him fairly often. He does
loads of
random remodeling stuff. He's redoing stuff all the time.
Well, he didn't privatise them. He just.
Oh, but I don't know. He might have privatised them, but then as far as what you can see, that you can't look at them. I haven't watched gaming videos in forever. There's a lot of people I'm still subscribed to just because I never
bothered to
unsubscribed.
Yeah.
Like I don't watch that many gaming videos.
Yeah, us too.
Though I have been watching since NerdCube had his breakdown and came back just making random crap every week. I've watched quite a lot of that.
Yeah.
I like the. I sort of drifted away from enjoying playthroughs just because I personally did, and I like his experimental stuff.
Who hasn't done a video in quite a while?
Me.
QBB and you. QBaby.
Yeah, that's true.
Paul's channel.
Hasn't done much in a while. He just does rant. He just occasionally puts like a...
Should we get him on one day?
We should get more people on.
Let's record it. Oi, Paul, are you free?
Yeah. And so old YouTube for me. I'm trying to think of the first things I watched on YouTube. I think it probably would be people like Ant Venom and stuff like that playing Minecraft.
I think what people are referring to as old YouTube is
personalities and
it's the old. It's back when we had this sort of start and peak popularities of Dan and Phil, Jenna Marbles, those generation of generation.
Do
you remember Boxy?
Little sketches.
Hey everybody, it's Boxy.
I don't think I ever watched.
Shane Dawson was part of that as well.
Yeah,
he was. Yeah,
there's a lot.
Equals 3 with Ray William Johnson. They're going back that far.
Yeah, and though some of those veteran YouTubers are now no longer around for good reason.
Well, yeah, but I feel like that content is far better than prank channels.
I actually
because when these people started, there was no way YouTube could become a career. No one went in thinking.
Who do you think was the first person? Who would you think was the first person that started using YouTube as a source of money rather than
I don't think.
Because the person.
What do you mean, like the first person
who made enough money off YouTube to not need another job?
Well, there's the two different questions. It's like. I don't know what you're asking. Is it who made the first who got the first amount of money, or who came into YouTube first just for the sole purpose of money?
Well, the first person that switched.
Yeah, I don't think you can come into YouTube and start off quit your old job and then upload your first YouTube video, because then
businesses.
You'd have to build up enough followers to be able to make the money, then you quit your job.
I mean like who came into YouTube thinking, I'm gonna make money off this.
I don't know. No, the question I was asking is, who do you think was the first person that was able to quit their job?
Who made enough to be able to
they're getting enough money on YouTube.
It will be someone. It'll be someone like PewDiePie, maybe Zoella.
PewDiePie. Whenever you say to someone that you can make money off YouTube, they immediately think PewDiePie.
Which is a bad thing, because those your PewDiePies, your Team 10, your Gleam management people, they are, as far as the amount of money you can make, they are far from representative of what you can. No one apart from them makes that much money off YouTube.
I know.
You know what I don't get? When people people are extremely famous on YouTube and they're like, right, I'm gonna make a new YouTube channel and leave this old one behind, just to see if they can get the same popularity or something. It's like, what?
Because they can.
Of course
also,
you can.
YouTubers,
if you've got your niche, you're still going to be popular regardless of the channel.
YouTubers usually, if they're like extremely popular and they make a second channel, it's usually just so they can double their revenue.
Exactly. I mean, there's some people that say, right, I'm going to start my YouTube channel again, and they don't delete their previous channel, they just leave it and they start a new one that's got a very similar name.
I mean, it can work.
I mean, everyone just follows you over there. It doesn't really prove much of a point. Yes, it proves
it does though. Actually,
No, because if I wasn't too invested in the YouTuber and they did that, I was like, okay, I won't subscribe to them.
But that's, I think that's why they do it.
Yeah.
I think how many of their subscribers
and to filter out.
Oh, because usually, like you said, with the trending tab,
people who don't care won't subscribe.
And usually with the trending, you said, with the trending tab, it's like the growth, like the amount of views it gets, the space of time those views are. So the more active subscribers you get, the more likely it'll be the trending, maybe.
Yeah,
I think it's quite as simple as it sort of now. It technically it probably doesn't shrink when if bigger YouTubers do it. It probably doesn't shrink their viewer base that much.
I mean, how easy is it?
It's easier to analyze.
How easy is it to
I've
see
got
that your
110
move and
subscribers, but I get about 15 views a video.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it probably shrinks down that gap if by doing that.
Sure, yeah.
I guess like old subscribers that have subscribed and then got walked off. But oh no, YouTube doesn't do that, does it? YouTube does do that occasionally to some of the big channels. They come along and they use some sort of program to find out which subscriptions are channels that are dead, and then they cut them off. They do. I've heard that done before. Like, people subscribe to someone and then delete their YouTube channel, but the subscription stays on the count, and then YouTube comes along and chops a large section off and goes, right, all these people, this 1,000 or whatever subscribers, are all deleted accounts or inactive accounts that haven't watched the video in ages. And I think they do that for certain channels as well.
That seems like...
If there are loads of channels that haven't uploaded a video or something, or used to upload but then stopped uploading, then they... I don't know whether they delete them or not, because you can have a channel and not upload videos, obviously. Because you need a channel to subscribe and stuff. Maybe that's what YouTube should do. They should make it so when you make a channel, you can either make a channel to upload videos or a channel to watch videos.
Well, maybe the ones that they get rid of are just ones that haven't had any activity whatsoever. They look at the history in the last video they watched was 3 years ago, then it's just
delete it. I mean, fair enough. But maybe they should make a way so that when you make a YouTube account, you can either make a channel to watch videos, and it doesn't have like an eye. Well, maybe you can give it a picture, obviously.
So you could choose like a creator account, or you could choose a viewer account, and then
that would be good.
But then
you get different you get different options.
Yeah, you can't upload videos.
You get like different set of buttons. Yeah, you could do like a different set of.
You can just.
But then that's kind of limiting though, really, because then you would have to have 2 different channels if you want to watch videos.
They
and you
could
want
make
to
it
upload.
so you can still watch stuff with the creator one. It's just with the viewer one, it doesn't give you an actual. The only thing it gives you is a channel to display what you've liked and favorited.
So also like if you had a kid.
No, that's kind of how. They don't specify it, but it isn't not how it works.
The thing that's weird is it's really hard to find a channel if it hasn't uploaded any videos. Actually, I think they fixed that recently, because it used to be that you couldn't go to a channel, it wouldn't appear. Even if you search for it and look through all the results, it wouldn't appear if it had no videos. You used to have to type it up in the URL and type it on. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to. I remember that.
Or if you could click on filter stuff and then click channels.
I don't even know if that would work. I swear, I used to remember someone was like, "Oh, you can subscribe to me," and then I'll be okay. I can't find you. I don't have any videos, so I'd have to click in the URL, do a / and type their name.
All right, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that used to be a thing. What do you have to type? Is that thing still do you remember that? I don't know if it's still a thing where you can type in the URL like /repeat or something and it'll just constantly repeat the video. Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I assume so. I assume so, yeah.
Why does YouTube not have a button that you click that just locks on repetition and just leaves the video to repeat? That should be a thing.
Because then you would have because then you would have a terrifying situation where people would find.
That's you can just farm views basically.
Yeah.
No, but they should make it so if the repeat button is active, then it just doesn't count views.
I don't know how they do that.
Or alternatively,
I mean, I'm not a coder.
I don't think enough people would want to do that. I don't know how difficult that would be. I don't know how
to repeat the video
written.
To repeat the video would be super easy, but to make so that you've given it one view, so the repeat button's on, so don't view it again.
I swear I heard somewhere that they made it so...
It depends how the view count is written.
Exactly.
You know when you finish watching a video and it comes up with the repeat button, you click it and it goes back to the start? I swear I heard somewhere that if you do that, it doesn't count as another view. If you're logged in or something, or something.
So what, like, if you watch it and then just before it goes to the end, scrub it back to the beginning, that wouldn't count as a second view, would it? So maybe that's just what they need to do.
I don't know.
Again, it depends. The way,
but maybe YouTube
from my limited knowledge of coding, I can think of two ways how the view count would work, and it's either based on clicks, or it's not based on clicks, is it?
It's view time. No, it used to be view time. It's not anymore.
It's not.
Is it?
I don't.
To be honest,
that's YouTube in a nutshell. It's no, it used to be no when.
I don't know.
Because that's
the thing. I don't think
all the rumours. You have to watch 10 seconds of the video.
I just realised no one would have seen the shrugging gesture, so I basically just went.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, because YouTube don't really seem to care about this kind of stuff.
And there's not a lot of transparency.
But I think one of the most recent updates they made was if the video has fidget spinner in the title, the buffering is a little fidget spinner. Isn't that delightful?
It's kind of fun.
Isn't that just really sweet?
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, it is. One of my videos has got fidget spinner.
I'm gonna find that and see if
one of my videos that has fidget spinner in the title.
Does it work on the YouTube app?
I don't think so.
No. If it's got the word fidget spinner in the title, the little buffering thing will be a fidget spinner. Which it's
unnecessary.
Still,
it's
fun,
I mean, unnecessary.
I feel like that train's left the station. If you know what I mean, with the fidget spinners. So they could probably take that out and focus on something slightly more important.
You see, it's quite easy. What you do in terms of the coding for this repeat button, you make a repeat button next to the play or somewhere, and you make it so when it's active, the view count from this person just doesn't increase. It turns view count or whatever the variable is, it turns it off so it doesn't add any more. Add another view. That's all you have to do.
What kind of yeah, but it's just like doing that and like how viewing is coded in the first place, and then having to try and like work around that.
Well, there must be a way to block a view from appearing. Like
I say we burn the whole place down and start from scratch.
Yeah, Vimeo. So it's the way forward.
See how many subscribers.
No, because Vimeo costs money.
Oh,
While I was still doing film production. One of the first things they advised us to do was if you make a film, upload it to Vimeo, not YouTube, because that's what the industry pros use. And I looked at it, and there's paid tiers.
Oh, right.
And actually...
Never mind.
And yeah...
Can someone explain to me what paid subscriptions is? Because I hear it all the time, and I don't know.
A paid subscription just means you have to pay to click subscribe.
What?
Well, it's just like if you subscribe to a magazine, you just pay every time, so you get it monthly.
Because wait, do you have to pay once or do you pay
once?
Continuous? Because I'm sure that I thought it meant when people pay to get more subscribers.
No.
Because I used to hear someone used to say, "Oh, how does he have so many subscribers?" And someone else would say, "Paid subscriptions."
No, I think that's just a misnomer. Is that the right word to use? No, it's just like they're using the wrong wording.
Yeah.
It's that's just like subscriber bots that they pay for. Which is very shady.
And to be fair, YouTube can spot and
like what you said with inactive things, they can tell that this person hasn't viewed a video except for this person ever.
Well, just be glad that YouTube doesn't do what most websites do, and every time you hit subscribe, you have to like complete one of those caches, like click on all the things that have a street sign, or please type the above word in the box.
So to be fair, Sam, if they did, then the problem that would fix the problem that we're talking about. Adding captures to it would solve that problem.
But I mean,
that's why they exist.
People would be quite annoyed because every time they want to subscribe to, because some people subscribe to just.
Of course, there is that GIF, isn't there, of the robot clicking the subscribe button and just the caption said, "I've never seen something that isn't a human do a shit-eating grin," or "I've never seen something without a mouth."
Yeah. Well, I wonder how long it would take someone to make a robot that can scan a cache, work out what the letters are, and judge whether they're capitals and stuff, and then type it in the box. Can it really be that hard? Because they've got robots that can scan stuff and know what shapes are.
I know I did.
That's why they changed them.
I know I did it for ICT, but I know nothing about coding whatsoever. So
no, because they've got robots.
I don't even know if that's in.
That's why, at least as far as Google's reCAPTCHA version, doesn't work just by typing letters anymore. It's a tick box, and then that will bring up the street sign one.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason why, if we going back to the YouTube's neural network algorithm, it's hard. I think it's probably harder for a program to read a image because because of how an image is saved. So
they've got robots that can tell your facial expressions from tiny things like eye movement, eyebrows, mouth, and stuff. So surely they can make a robot that scans an image, works out where the signs are, and just make it better over trial and error.
So
you probably have to have it as a physical.
Here's the thing, though.
As a physical robot.
There's only so many facial expressions that you can make.
Yeah, well,
so they can easily detect.
Presuming those things run off Paul Ekman's research.
But if you
it'll be only reading off 7 different.
Exactly, but if you give you code a robot that's supposed to detect towards something that you can give it just any photo.
There's a certain amount of shapes for street signs or cars.
Oh, street signs, sure, but
street signs and cars.
If you give it
use, isn't it?
If you give it anything,
if you factor in angles, lighting, shadows.
I mean, there are bots that you can give it an image and it'll give it its best go, but they're 50% right.
Yeah.
That's when you only right half the time. It learns.
True.
It's probably possible, but not worth it.
Just say, am I wrong?
That's the thing. You could, with enough work and clever programming, could you get we're saying a bot, an AI that could do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, we need to bring this back to the
subject. Is it worth
subject.
the effort?
With enough practice, you could build a robot to complete a cache. Should YouTube add caches to subscriptions?
Full circle.
So that you could eventually
create. Are you training back?
Yeah.
We're doing full circle.
So you could make subscription bots, even though YouTube adds a cache to the subscription button. If YouTube does that, booyah! End of conversation.
I mean, bots aren't. YouTube are never going to push things back to old YouTube because they make more money through new YouTube. We're talking about new. I was realising the people are talking about new YouTube and old YouTube in the same way that people talk about old Labour and new Labour.
Yeah.
In both situations, the new one's worse.
Yeah.
Oh, I just made a politics joke.
Uh-oh.
Everyone take a shot.
Do we have any?
No.
I'll just take
There is some stuff behind there. Don't know what it is.
Keith, single malt whiskey.
It's Keith.
Hello, Keith. How you doing?
Hello. Keith the whiskey bottle.
So what else can we talk about?
That's our mascot.
Do with YouTube.
What do you guys think? I think the solution is down to the creators, not to YouTube.
Yeah.
I've just came up with a really interesting theory.
Go on.
I reckon YouTube and/or the creators would never come up with something to stop YouTube drama because it gets them more publicity, more views.
Oh, certainly.
And it gets YouTube more money as well.
I feel like that's why YouTube as a career, I think, is doomed. Actually.
Well, yeah, but it depends. It's weird because you get.
I think that's a good thing.
Did your chair just break or did you just fall off of it?
I leaned forward and
Adam.
I slipped off.
You need to keep that in the recording. Don't cut that out.
He might not. You never know.
He'll get too embarrassed.
Might be cutting
Did you hurt your hand?
Yeah, I hurt my hand.
His hand is now broken. It's bleeding everywhere. No, it's not.
Oh, blood in my face!
It might have a
Sorry if you're squeamish. We apologise. Yes, so you get some YouTubers that don't make any money because they either make a tiny bit or they don't make any because there's no point, or maybe they just don't want to. Then you get some YouTubers that make not enough money to make a living, but enough money to have just another job on the side.
Yeah.
And so then you get the YouTubers that make enough money to have a living, but not enough to be millionaires.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I don't know who you'd put on that level. I think the Yogscast might be on that level because there's a lot of them.
Yogscast probably slightly above. That's fair point. There are a lot of them. There are people like that. That's where you'll get people like Jack and Dean. That their sort of group of YouTube. Tom Scar. Was all these sort of just
small businesses,
who's literally a small business.
People that get enough money to make a living, not enough money to buy loads of fancy gear, but enough money to make a living. Then you get the people that get it gets closer as it gets to the top. So then you get the people that make enough money to buy a studio and stuff like that, but not ridiculously fancy stuff.
Yeah.
And then you get the people at the very top that have enough money and become billionaires.
And then you have the celebrity YouTubers. You don't have any billionaires yet.
Not yet.
But you probably have a couple that would be millionaires by now.
The Paul brothers, probably. coming close. If this goes,
once he's decided the whole thing's blown over, which it's the internet.
It'll be next month.
You see, there's also a different. I don't know whether it's a chain or just a group. There's a different selection of types of YouTubers as well, because you've got the types that are just a single person doing little funny videos that they upload. Then you get the people that are doing kind of like series of videos, a bit more organised, but still like rough around the edges, just funny things.
Yeah.
Then you get the people that kind of do, that are again working on their own, maybe with a few friends, that do like some more organised stuff. That's kind of what else we do at LT Productions. We do some playlists and some series and stuff. Then you get the groups of people. They're not a business, but they're just more. They're a group, and sometimes they're a group of other YouTubers. Sometimes they're just a group of people that do like other random stuff or series. And then one of the I find it a weird part of YouTube is when you get businesses that are based on YouTube, like Watch Mojo and stuff, that are these massive groups of people that upload.
Okay, we're talking about Watch Mojo
really
again.
Watch Mojo sort
It was
of
the first,
people
second,
like that,
and now fourth episode.
But you get those people that are like companies, actual companies, and they don't normally have a face of the company. They just have a group of people. Like Yogscast, you could argue, might be one of them, but it's kind of in between a business and like, I mean, it is a business, but it's kind of in between the business class and like the group of friends class, things like the Yogscast. But like people who like Watch Mojo and Machinima and stuff like that, massive.
Yeah, they are online content companies. Yeah.
Yeah, they're based on YouTube. Well, I always call
those people. I don't think are anywhere near the issue. They don't make that much anyway. I know Machinima don't do amazing.
Well, they make enough to keep.
Not anymore.
They make enough to keep going, but
and pay all their employees.
Especially where the Adpocalypse is concerned, they have taken a hit. I watch bits of Machinima affiliated content, not a lot anymore, but I watch the occasional bit of Machinima affiliated content. They don't find it easy.
Then you've got the people that then it kind of goes the opposite way, and sort of again, like you get the small groups of people that make loads of videos. That would be like Sky Does Minecraft has a team, and I assume, I don't know if PewDiePie has any like editors and stuff.
He'll have editors.
Yeah, so you get people like that, and then you get people that are purely on their own, but still really, really high up. I don't know many of them. Do you know?
Well, a lot of the
iDubbbz TV.
A lot of the biggest YouTubers will have at the least a management company.
I think Max.
Yeah, see, that's the weird thing. I don't know if there's any YouTubers that are just kind of on their own, or them and one friend maybe, that are really that are almost celebrities.
Sort of grassroots YouTube.
Because they all eventually sometimes some of them have editors.
Most of them will have at least run-off management and agents to
camera team,
because you'll need because of stuff like the Adpocalypse. Sponsored content is important. Actually, I know people complain about sponsored content, but for a lot of YouTubers, it's entirely necessary. Especially when you look at the sort of mid popularity, when people like Tom Scar with Turbo Punch and with Jack and Dean, they have to do sponsored sketches because that's the only way they can fund them. And they, like, Tom's done breakdowns and Jack has done breakdowns of how much stuff costs, and it's expensive.
Yeah. That's an interesting thing I was going to say.
And that's why they have to have management companies and stuff. That's
YouTube ads, right? So I watch mainly gaming videos, and the ads that I get, quite a large portion of them are about gaming.
Yeah.
But then
probably mostly because of Google AdSense.
Yeah. But then,
still
quite a large portion of them are just random, right? As soon as I watch one video on like coding, the next 7 ads I see until I clear my history,
that's entirely by design.
Will be to do with video, to do with like computer building. Even though I've watched like 100 videos to do with gaming and one video.
That is entirely by design. That's how YouTube's ad system works. It's targeted ads because you get more revenue off clicks, and you're more likely to click on something if it's relevant.
Although I feel like there's like different tiers of ads.
Yeah.
Because there's like one where you just put it up, pay, but then I feel like some of them you pay more so everyone can see it.
Oh, totally.
So because like there'll be like ads related to the content you watch, but then like you'd get an ad about cat food and you don't own any cats. So I feel like those people would have paid to have.
Though to be fair, as far as YouTube's concerned, most people will have searched cats.
I also think there's a finite amount of topics that when I don't know how uploading an ad works. If anyone listens to this does, then just say. But I think there must be like when you upload an ad to YouTube, there must be a set of categories, like you set it as gaming or set it as computers and software or something, because as I say, as soon as I watch one video to do with coding, like there are loads of, like, they flood me with ads, but if I watch one video to do with vlogging, there's not like thousands of videos.
You don't get really video ads about vlogging.
No, like
other than people,
laptops for on the go and stuff like that.
It's not directly linked, I suppose.
I think that you watch, as soon as you watch a video that's related to one of the groups that ads are in, then you get, and the closer the relation, the more ads you get from that topic, I assume. I don't know.
The problem is, I think there's a solution that's never going to happen. The problem is, it is back to the old versus new YouTube. Because what made YouTube popular in the first place? I have to check down the article and I'll tag it onto the blog post for this episode. But essentially, the old YouTube, as you said earlier, it was personality driven. The reason YouTube got big, the reason people started making videos and the reason people started watching videos is because, unlike what we see in the media, it was people without the bullshit.
I still think it was crazy how YouTube was only created in 2005.
But that's genuinely, and that's what it was. It was much more personal.
Exactly. Yeah.
And once people cottoned on that they could make money out of it,
it just turned back into mainstream media.
And because the reason people realised they can make money out of it is because they could. To be fair, as far as from a business point of view, the prank channel, that's to a certain extent good business acumen, because it's what is popular and you make that and everyone watches it and it works. But that's created all the issues that we've seen from a human point of view. I think the only way YouTube can be saved in that aspect is if the creators sort of, not unanimously but largely, decided to move back to that, which is never going to happen.
No, exactly.
Well,
unless they say this isn't a paid platform anymore, in which case that's like a genocide of YouTubers.
You're always going to get, no matter what genre you use, some people doing good videos, some people doing bad videos. Like with pranks, you get some people doing funny pranks and some people doing really mainstream, over the top, bad, probably illegal.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You get prank channels who do actual pranks that are mildly entertaining, and you get crime.
Yeah, and then
most of them are fake though.
Same with like
so
gaming.
It's not really because they're all staged.
Yeah, like the interesting gaming videos, like good let's plays and hints and tips and people having fun, and then you get the bad ones that are just like really weird, really screamy and shouty and stuff. Personally, for me, I don't, but other people have other opinions, obviously. What I was going to say, have you seen this new thing? I swear it's fairly new because I haven't seen it before. On the YouTube's trending page, every now and then there'll be a section that appears that says "Creator on the Rise" or something like that. And it'll be some random.
I don't go on trending tab.
No,
it's just on the trending tab, and it's like this thing that pops up, and it's just like some YouTube channel that's, I guess, I don't know whether they pay money or whether it's based on an algorithm.
I think it might be based on growth of subscribers.
Yeah,
I literally had to go 3 videos before I tracked it down.
What?
A Creator on the Rise category.
Yeah, it pops up on the trending every now and then. It's just like some random channel that seems to be some random channel they've picked that has got a large. I guess it.
Also, I did find a video called BBC Reporter Mobbed by Lemurs. It sounds like quality content.
Sounds delightful.
That's another thing that's very largely popular on YouTube. Compilations.
Yeah, compilations.
That's just like low effort video that people could just crap out and then.
And it leads into another interesting side of YouTube, the whole copyright and stuff like that.
Goodness.
Easily abused, but I'm glad it's there.
Yeah, it's like everything else on YouTube. It's good in theory, but in practice needs fixing.
Yeah, there we go.
So have you seen the thing that came out recently? Someone made from scratch themselves and uploaded 5 hours of white noise, which this person made entirely themselves. The white noise was made by this person. 5 copyright strikes. 5 separate copyright strikes, suggesting that you'd use 5 separate different copyrighted pieces of audio. Maybe that's the problem.
Who wants to say, actually, excuse me, that white noise is mine? Also, secondly, who wants to how did they make it? Did they click generate, or did they go and like draw the waveform?
I don't know. I didn't read
They
that
got
much
a really
into
old
it.
telly, whacked the aerial, and then just left the camera in front of it for 5 hours.
Possibly.
Just boing. Again, I keep. This is the problem. I keep doing visual gags
Not
on
used to a
audio
podcast.
Oh yeah. It's okay, I'll do like PowerPoint animations or something.
I made a flicking.
Just like a gif of Adam there with his hand ready to flick, and then flicked, and then back.
Yeah.
But yeah, the weird thing, if YouTube could come up with a good enough algorithm, it should be like copyright in real life in films and stuff. Well, not in films, but if you have somewhere in the video and or in the description, saying who it's actually by, with or without a link, then it shouldn't count as a copyright strike.
But the problem is, it's easy to do that, but not everything qualifies.
If you put text up and say at the same time, this song is actually by
I don't promise.
Marley.
A lot of it is, to be fair, what a lot of copyright strikes are in theory, there's nothing wrong with them. Like, fair use only goes so far. And I'll be honest, I've used songs in videos which probably don't qualify. Much as it practically doesn't matter because I'm not making money off the videos anyway. Technically, I probably have infringed fair use. And actually, one of them, I used a Marillion song over my City video. I actually did contact their manager because I uploaded it, got strikes from a couple of their international distributors. I contacted their manager on Facebook, and there was nothing she could do about it.
Right.
But the truth is, and like I would have happily, genuinely would have happily, paid some money to get it working. And it's not blocked in this country, so it's not a huge issue.
You see, I uploaded a video last year, 2016, on the 25 Games of Christmas. One of them was Gary's Mod, and I joined this server, and they were playing Justin Bieber's Baby really loudly.
Did you get a strike for it?
I got not a strike.
Well, not your channel didn't get a strike, but the video got flagged.
The video said that I couldn't. It was monetized, but the money wasn't going to me.
Yeah, I've had that. I've had that on videos before.
It was going to Justin Bieber.
I like that as a system.
So I think I had in the description the song anyway. I can't remember, but I thought if I get a strike, then what happens to the people that upload the entire full song with like the lyrics and say, Justin Bieber's Baby.
100% they get strikes. They get striked.
Yeah.
And there's so many of them. They must all get striked.
It's just
And they have I guess maybe that's the.
It's waveform matching. So
that's the thing with YouTube is they don't take the video down. Luckily, they just make it so you can't make money.
It depends. Sometimes the video.
If you pitched it down like a microtone.
Oh goodness, pitching, that sounds so awful.
No, I mean like a microtone, but you don't even notice.
I think.
Would that make the waveform so different?
No, but bearing in mind that the waveform isn't different. Like if you're talking over a song, you'll normally be able to pick up the waveform.
Oh, true, yeah.
It'll be you have to do people do and pitch it down a good pitch it down a key.
Nightcore.
You get yes, nightcore.
Or low effort nightcore anyway. It's just where you pitch up a song. That's it.
Imagine if someone
basically the anime community circa 2010.
Yeah.
Imagine if someone made a cover of a song that was so good that it got a copyright strike from YouTube because it falls the same song.
That happened.
That's how you know your cover is good or accurate.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like. But that's the thing, that the copyright system is so easily abused.
And that's what I wanted to...
And again, it doesn't work. There was that thing that happened, it was years ago now, but when Ubisoft got a copyright flag from Ubisoft on an Assassin's Creed trailer, the system the system flagged it as infringing their own copyrights. Which obviously wasn't.
Christopher once, on his private channel, saw a video that was literally exactly the same as one he uploaded, but I don't think it had got striked. It hadn't been taken down.
I mean, he didn't copyright it.
No, it has the normal YouTube copyright when he uploaded his video. But someone uploaded another video. I think it was literally the same.
No, you don't actually have to register copyright in this country.
Oh, well,
if you make something, it's
it.
If you make something, you own the copyright. That's why I haven't done any paid copyright for my book, but I own the copyright for it.
So then why doesn't he flag it?
Well, I think he did, but YouTube didn't detect it, and it was literally, I think, the same video. But that's what I was going to talk about. Compilations.
Video is different than audio.
YouTube doesn't recognise if you literally copied someone's video, downloaded it, and re-uploaded it.
That's
YouTube
why there's a
flag
manual. That's why there's a manual copyright system. So if someone sees it, then they can flag it.
But if YouTube did do that,
no, they do.
If YouTube made something that could recognise the video and overlay it with another video and match it, then compilations wouldn't be a thing, because Vine compilations from different channels have most of them have the same Vines in, the same fail videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's how I guess people get away with doing compilation videos, is because it's not counted as copyright. And also another thing that I never quite understood is, surely if you were doing a fail channel like Fail Arm and you said send me your fails and people sent in loads of videos, then you put them into a compilation and uploaded them, surely someone could
so that's
say, hey, that's my video, and they're like, you sent it to us, and then if there was no tick box or terms and conditions or anything like that, then surely they could take
I'm sure there's
that video would be taken down.
You could be,
because it's their video.
No, but I'm sure they've thought of that and go on their website say, if you send us a video, that's probably
Fail Army being a channel that's gone on for a while. Them specifically, they know better. They will have terms and conditions. They will have release forms and stuff.
Which is, it's interesting.
I know about copyright. I know.
No one knows about copyright, Adam. I did people that are trained in it.
I did do research when I was releasing my book.
I have done quite a few of those courses that YouTube. I don't know if they still have them. Those creator courses.
Oh, about it. So not like an online course like the one where you joined a cult.
I did not join a cult.
This is a story for another video. What's the thing? Because if you come up with a video idea, there's no because there's millions and billions of YouTube videos, there's no saying that someone else hasn't.
There's no such thing as original, certainly.
I thought the name of LCO Productions was original when I came up with it, and then I realised there's 7 other.
I think Inky Doodle is.
Every time I search Inky Doodle, it comes up with
no, without a space.
No, if I search Inky Doodle without a space, it comes up with children's song Yankee Doodle, and did you mean Yankee Doodle? And I have to click on Inky Doodle.
So it's still Inky Doodle. See, it's not Yankee Doodle.
That's another thing that I think YouTube should fix. Is also when you search LC Productions correctly, I think we come up first. But if you search it in lowercase, even though we've got the tag for lowercase, other channels that haven't uploaded in ages with less subscribers come first.
It's a shame.
So YouTube should.
I think with growth, that'll change.
I think people should organise it so that not just based on how many subscribers you've had and how fast, but also when you last uploaded a video. We're going to start uploading soon again.
I can see that.
Might have already.
I have a question. What's the fastest growing content available? That people can make. If you make it, this is no matter what it is, it's guaranteed to grow.
There is no pattern.
There's not going to be for years
vlogs.
people have been trying.
You upload a video of a cat playing a keyboard, it can get really high. You upload a video of a different cat playing a keyboard, and it can get 2 views.
No, because that's copying. It's obvious. I'm not going to watch that. It's not the original.
No, there is.
I think prank videos are probably
or vlogs, because a constant you can easily shit those out.
daily vlogging is because it can be boring, but as far as the algorithm is concerned, it likes. Probably, again, no one really understands. No one really knows the YouTube algorithm.
No one knows what the algorithm does.
That's because
no one knows what we've been trying. Everyone's been trying to guess the algorithm for years. No one's ever
Not even
the
people at YouTube know how it works.
Yeah, it's just because it's self-learning.
The algorithm makes the new algorithm, and then it kills itself and possesses the new algorithm, and then
this
does it over and over again.
There we go. So we're talking about suicide. We brought it right back to the beginning.
Wow, this was
full circle. We can finally end with happy.
From Logan Paul to Skynet.
Yeah.
No, the thing to bring it full circle would be, I'd say, Taylor's drinking a nice monster drink. Some interesting energy drinks I've heard of.
No one needed to know that.
These interesting functional energy drinks that this this spine surgeon guy came up with.
Sweet.
Full circle. End the episode. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
In summary, we can just say, "Oh, YouTube."
Oh, YouTube, you've done it again.
You did it again.
Oh wait, no, it's not YouTube's fault.
Oh, Susan.
YouTubers.
Oh, Susan.
Susan.
That's the CEO of
Damn it, Logan.
YouTube. Yeah, damn it, Logan. Naughty. Bad Logan.
And of course we mean Wolverine.
So I guess we're wrapping this up then.
Yes.
Like a nice gift.
Thank you guys so much for listening. I have been Adam. You can find me at AdamIsTalking_ on Twitter.
And I'm Steel Sam from LCA Productions. You can find us at Productions LCA on Twitter.
And I am Taylor from Inkydoodle. Yeah, just look for me.
This has been the Traumatised Pineapple Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Future episodes, as well as behind the scenes info and bonus material, head to our website at traumatisedpineapple.wordpress.com. Thanks for listening.